This is a update on how to use some of the new features in MeoMotion. Some things are modified a bit. The graphical user interface is a little more crisp, and we've got these extra menu items up here that might be a bit confusing at first. I think I had this before. I added in this shift right mouse plus drag copy key for all parts. That existed before. I don't think I had this hint here though. That's not to do on here. That's if you go down here to the timeline. You can go to a key, hold down shift, hold down right click at the same time, and drag, and you'll copy the keys for all those parts to another keyframe. We did cover that in a previous tutorial. And you can also move the key for all parts just with the right mouse button. So I can move this over with the right mouse. So what's new here is bounding boxes that can be used in your game to determine, like if it's a fighting game for example, and when there's attack, you can use a red bounding box for where that attack hits. As you can see here, there was a problem with loading the previous data. I changed the data format, so I have to edit this. This is a good opportunity to show how we can manage these bounding boxes and create them and delete them and stuff. Unfortunately, I don't have a good way to edit these yet, but it doesn't take very long to make a new one anyway, so you can go hide and show here too. So we'll remove this bounding box just for this animation. We'll go create bounding box. Make sure to select the keyframe you want it started on. So this one's going to start existing at key 0. And then all you do is drag where you want to be able to hit the character. Drag the box around that area. If you make a mistake, you can just go up and click again and drag it. And then down here you hit add next key. To initialize it, when you're creating your first key, it'll ask for a bounding box name. So I'm just going to say box idle. And then we drag this over to maybe the middle one. So the box hasn't really changed where you can hit the character. Maybe we'll stretch it out a little bit to the left because the arm's sticking out more. So go like that. And then go next key. We need a last key even though loop is on because the way this is currently programmed. So we'll just drag out something that's similar to the first one. And then if that's all the ones you want to add, you just hit all done. And then when you hit play, it blends between those rectangles. So this box here is incorrect. We'll have to fix it. So to do that, I'll hit BBoxes up here and use select bounding box. And then click over this one. You should get a red rectangle to show that this is the one that's selected. And then go edit options. Click on that. Just drag this here. Okay, I'm going to hit all done. So it's updated it, but I think I'm going to redo this whole one, every keyframe, so I'm just going to remove it. Yes. And I'll just create a new one. Because I'm not sure exactly which keys I put the changes in, so that's why I'm restarting it. So we'll start a new one. This is where the enemy's attack can actually hit you. Next, attack 1. Yeah, we can leave it as the same. Okay, and then we'll go to, oh, I did that the wrong keyframe, didn't I? Always select the keyframe first. So now I gotta go find that. Oh, because it only had one keyframe, it didn't count it as a bounding box. So we can just create it again. We'll start off, actually there's no attacking effect at this frame, so we'll go up to a frame where it can count as a strike. So maybe right here, and I'll start off with a little box. Click add next key, attack 1, and probably right here. Next key, probably one right here, just so we get precise collisions. Next key, and right here. And you can add as many as you want if you want it to be really precise. And then I'm not going to add any more. It should turn off because it knows there's no keyframes after that. Oops, let's say all done. I messed up that last keyframe. Select this one, edit that key, and then hit all done. So from the looks of it, I'm going to have to add a better editor feature. By the time you watch this video, I'll probably have this fixed. Right now, the solution would be just to go into edit, add or edit a key, and then we'll go next key, go to the last one, and all done. Okay, I definitely have to add a better keyframe add remove feature for these boxes. Like right now I'd pretty much want to just restart. So I'll have the attack start here, create bounding box in this frame, start right there. Oops, I keep forgetting to hit add next key. This time we're going to end the attack here using a very small rectangle to transition to. And I'm going to hit all done, so there shouldn't be anything after that. Okay, that's the way I wanted it. Just keep in mind when you're scrubbing the timeline not to have your mouse too high up when you click, because you're going to create a bounding box that you don't want at that keyframe. You'll have to be careful until otherwise you have to go up and remove bounding box and do it again. Eventually I'll get around to fixing the editor so it's a little easier to use. Also have this layers menu. You can copy all depths to all keys for a keyframe. That just copies the layering depth of each piece. Like eyes are in front of the face, arms are kind of behind the head, and let's say there was a frame over here where somehow the depths got changed and I don't want it to be different. I can go to the first keyframe and click layers, copy all depths to all keys. So whatever frame I'm on, no matter which one it is, it'll take the depths there and it'll copy it to all these keyframes all the way across the timeline to save a little bit of time. I think we went over key blending for one part before. In this case, this is key blending for the depth. So you can basically copy the depth from this key to this key. That's just a quick wrap up of some of the new features. Oh, you can also hold space and move your character and environment around. So if you actually had environment here, you'd see that everything moves when you hold space. This is basically just positioning where the camera is. So you're not actually moving the character, you're just moving the camera, even though it looks like you're just moving the character. Okay, and that's all for new features, I think. I'm not sure when I'm going to find time, but I would like to update this and also update it for Linux, because at this time I don't have these features in the Linux version. But yeah, I'd like to do that soon. Okay, so that's all. Thanks for watching.